Jump scare. I feel like I've been on the hunt for maternity jeans for the longest time. Tried on pretty much every single brand, style, you name it, I've tried it. Or the ones I want, I can't get. And then I ordered these because they were like pretty cheap and I love them and they're not even maternity. Yeah, if you're pregnant or not, if you're into the drawstring vibes, I am. I love them, they're so comfy. I will link them down below. Hi. Sorry, she's gone a little bit MIA, I know. Oh, God. Life has just been lifing and it's just like, it is what it is. I just can't keep up. Toddler, 30 weeks pregnant. Can't even think. Just honestly, I don't know. Appointments coming up my ears, which we'll recap kind of in these questions. Kind of been a bit up and down this week, but hope everyone's well. I thought we'd do a little Q&A and make the most of nap time, because honestly, when do I not sit and film? Like, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do when we drop the nap. Like, when does that happen? Isn't it crazy? Like, you literally just wing parenthood. It's actually so funny. Like, you're just trusted. You leave a hospital with a child and you just wing it. It's so funny to me. Anyways, I've screenshotted a few questions. As always, there's a lot of similar ones. A lot of pregnancy stuff. I'm trying to mix it up because I know not everyone cares about babies, pregnancy, yada yada yada, but obviously that is like so heavily my life at the minute. Like, toddler and pregnancy is just consuming my whole being. But let's get into it and welcome back to the channel, guys. These are in the weirdest order as well. First one, your favorite celebrity interaction. This made me laugh because I haven't had many. Obviously I would say Rihanna. I met Rihanna last year and wow, she announced she's pregnant again the other day and she's just, oh, she's unbelievable and she's so nice. So I'd say Rihanna. Have I met anyone else? Oh, Selena Gomez. I've met Selena Gomez, but Rihanna actually, like, well, had a chat with you. Selena Gomez was very robot. What surgery did you have? So I put this Q&A box up after I was talking about my mole removal surgery, and I think once that story had expired, a few people were like, what do you mean you had surgery? Because the way I like explained my experience, I kind of said like I was in an operating theatre and stuff like that. So sorry to confuse you, but it was just a mole removal. And I think there's a question further on about the mole removal, but I won't bore you now. It's just I've been saying it's on my hip, but when I went in there she was like, it's on your left glute. So yeah, I guess it's on the side of my bum. It's all off now. Sorry, not that excited. And they're gonna do a biopsy, so I'll keep you posted. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully it's nothing bad, but at the same time, like, it's off now. So if it is bad, then at least I got it removed. You said you knew you were pregnant because of your Oura ring. Can you explain? I get so many questions about this Oura ring. If I think it's worth it, can I do a review? And like, does it help with like fertility and stuff? So annoyingly, I had it for a month before I fell pregnant, so I can't say obviously if it helped with fertility because we weren't trying. But if I looked back, when I looked back, all my stats were so different around the first couple days. Like, I actually can't remember. I'll have a look and if I can go that far back. I don't know if I can go this far back because it would have been like October now. But I did get a notification the other day, so I'll give you an example if I can't find it. Basically, your Oura ring kind of tells you when something's off, but it does say like it takes 2 to 3 months for your ring to get used to your statistics and your, just like you as a person. So I guess if I'd seen the stats, it wouldn't have alarmed me straight away, but obviously I took a test anyway. But yeah, if you've had a ring for a while, it might pick up on you being pregnant because obviously your temperature changes, things like that. So my statistics were definitely different from having it that month. But like I said, I don't think I would have noticed, but I went looking for them. But yeah, your Oura ring can say to you like, we notice a strain on your body, like something's off at the minute, like please relax. They are really smart. I freaking love mine. I actually double mine up with another ring on top because mine's way too big. I definitely think get the sizing kit, but I did that and it's still just so big for me. I suggest you get the sizing kit and then wear it for like a good week or so, because I wore mine for 24 hours like it says, and I was so confident mine fit, and it just does not. And I was going to get a new one. I thought that's so ridiculous because they are expensive. This was, I think, £500, and then you pay £5 a month. And then if you want the, what's it called? Baby brain is killing me. What's the app called? You know the one, the fertility app, Natural Cycles. You've got to pay for that as well. So it's an expensive thing, but if you're into like checking your sleep, at the minute it's kind of like a love-hate relationship because I know I'm sleeping so bad because I'm pregnant. I can't sleep on my back. Now I've had my mole removed, I can't sleep on my side for a little while, like this side. So I'm literally just like this, so I'm sleeping so bad at the minute, and it winds me up each morning when I check. I don't even know why I bother checking because I know I've slept bad. But overall, I love it, and I would buy it over again. There's another ring called something human, ultra human, I think, and you don't have the subscription, so definitely look into that one. Will Ocean and new baby be sharing a room? Second on the way, and I'm freaking out. Congrats. The plan is no, but a lot of my friends that have 2 kids same gender, they end up putting them in the room together because they just say that they like it that way. I'd say my first worry would be that one child might disturb the other. Yeah, the plan is not to, but who knows. Do you have a name for baby number 2 yet? I know I answer this every day. As in, I think I've answered it on a YouTube Q. I don't know if I've done a YouTube Q&A recently. I feel like when I was in the car with Cass when we done a video, maybe we said it, that we were down to 3. I'd say we're down to 2, but really in my gut, I feel like I know the name. I have actually ordered a blanket, but that's more to kind of just, I feel like, see it in flesh and just see if we vibe with it, and also maybe take it to the hospital. I don't know. There's 2 names, but the reason I keep answering the question is because it's so hard. I feel like when you don't know the gender of a baby, it's really hard. However, the 2 names we love, we would pick for a boy or a girl, if that makes sense. So the name I've got on this blanket, if it's a girl, that's her name, and if it's a boy, that's her name. But there is, I don't know what it is. This second name, it's like, I've always loved it, always loved it. And Cass was always like, no. And then recently he's like, I actually quite like it. We saw a really cute little kid with the name, and I was like, I can tell you like it, and I think it goes really nicely with Cass's last name. And we're screwed when it comes to middle names. I cannot think of middle names this time around. I'm thinking, should we just give them August like Ocean's got? But then part of me hates myself for using August because I love the name August, but I just wouldn't use Ocean's middle name for the baby's first name because it just feels like it was the second option. But yeah, I love the name August. It's so hard, isn't it? But then I just think part of me thinks we just wait and see when the baby's here what we feel like. But then it's literally just a little fleshy, like, red puffy baby because it's just been birthed, so it's not going to look anything, let's be honest. Speaking of, do you have a birth plan or any preferences? Yeah, I do actually. I feel like in a way I'm way more chill this time around. Way more chill for when the baby comes. I'm so like, haven't really bought much, to be honest. There's so much we actually need to do. There's so much we need to get. There isn't. Babies don't need that much, but like, I don't even have the next to me crib anymore that goes next to your bed. So things like that, we don't have that. But with Ocean, I was very chill. I was very much like, what's the point in planning? I think where I didn't know what to expect, and like I just had no clue what it was like to give birth, obviously, other than what you see on like One Born Every Minute or like in the movies. I don't know, I was just like, let's just go with the flow. And I was very much just so eager, being a first time mum, and like, you're just bored at the end. Oh, to be bored. I was just so eager to meet her, so I was so up for an induction. I was 10 days over, so as soon as they said, would you like to be induced, obviously you're very late now, I'd had a sweep, nothing was happening. I was like, yeah, I'm like more than happy. I know some people are so against inductions, like that wasn't me. I was like, just like, let's get this baby out. This time around, I feel like I would probably refuse an induction, and that's not because it wasn't a positive experience. My birth was fine. I struggle to say it was positive because I still have flashbacks of like how painful it was, and like my epidural not working and stuff like that. But there's just part of me that's like, I don't have that rush as such because I've got so much going on. Obviously I've got Ocean. You're not sitting twiddling your thumbs as much. Maybe I will be at the end, but I don't know, I kind of want to just see what it's like to just let your body do its thing. Obviously if we get to like that 10-day over mark, I know things can begin a little bit more dangerous. Maybe my mind will change, but part of me just wants to experience like starting the labour at home. I don't know, is that crazy? And then also I kind of want a water birth, which if you get an induction, I don't think you're allowed that. But then also, God, there's just, my brain's like, when my waters broke with Ocean, she'd pooed in me, which takes away water birth straight away. So there's just, I'm open in a way. I'm like, ugh, what will be, but then at the same time I do kind of have things that I want to suggest. And when I spoke to my midwife, when I saw her a couple of weeks ago, I feel like they asked you really early with your second baby, maybe because things are quicker, rumour has it. She said to me, do you have any plans? And I said, am I crazy for wanting a water birth? She was like, no, oh my God, have fun. And she said, well, just so you know, obviously this is way too early to be telling you this, but if you do like start to labour at home, when you do first speak to them on the phone, say to them like, I've got water birth in mind, they can't reserve a pool, but they can kind of just put feelers out there that like, okay, there's a mum coming in soon and she wants a pool if it's available. So yeah, I'd say my things are to kind of just go with the flow and try and avoid induction if I can. I'm not necessarily going to like decline sweeps or anything, even though sweep I found really painful as well, and I went on my own, which was really dumb because I was just an emotional hormonal wreck and I just come out and burst into tears. So I won't do that again. And then yeah, water birth. I'd like to do a water birth. What age did you start transitioning Ocean into homeroom bed? Did you do sleep training? So the day she turned 6 months, she went into her own room and we've never looked back. And yes, I did sleep training when she was about 7-8 months. And then I did it again when she was 10 months. And the first time I did it, it was really helpful for her day naps. And then the second time I did it, it was so helpful for her nighttime naps. And I much preferred my second sleep trainer. So I'll be using her again with this next baby if need be. I've already, sounds psychotic, I know. We just talk because we're quite friendly now. So my sleep coach, I get asked all the time, Victoria. Her app is VDH Sleep. I'm gonna triple check that. I'm pretty sure it is, but she is honestly the best. Yeah, VDH Sleep. And yeah, we just sometimes DM, and I said to her like, not long until I'm pestering you. And she said like, obviously the 12-week mark is probably the earliest she'd suggest. And obviously I'm not a psychopath. I know that a baby is like just getting used to coming into the world, but I do feel like I left it a little bit too long with Ocean and we were just so sleep deprived. But now I'm so happy to say one of the top things people compliment us on, my nana is always bragging to people. I always hear her, she's like, one thing Sid cracked and I'm really proud of her is she's very strict with Ocean's routine and her sleep. And I'm like, it's true, it is very true. Like, I've become the mum I never thought I'd be. Like, I turn down things if it like will interrupt her bedtime. Not necessarily naps, like you can be a little bit more flexible, and obviously I'm aware that we're getting to that age where the nap could drop. But bedtime, if I put her to bed at 7, or if I put her to bed at 9, she will still wake up at 7. So why would I lose 2 hours of my evening when I can put her to bed at 7 and she's gonna get her 12 hours sleep, you know? How did you get diagnosed with PCOS? So I have polycystic ovaries, which is PCO. I don't have the syndrome, so there's 2 versions. So firstly, I'd say do a little bit of research. Secondly, it was when I flagged to my GP that I hadn't had a period in about just over a year, I'd say, and that was when I came off the pill. And the reason I came off the pill, I was actually single at the time, so maybe that contributed, I can't really remember. But I was like, wait, I always had in my head that the pill gives you like an artificial bleed. Again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just whack it on YouTube, chat GPT, whatever it's called. I was taking the pill and I wasn't even having the bleed, so I was like, what is going on with my body? I'd been taking the pill for like 10 years, so I'd come off it cold turkey, and yeah, I must have been off it for a year and I didn't have a period. So I had spoke to my GP, they done blood tests, and they kind of gave me answers like, oh, your levels aren't great, but then they kind of just was like, your progesterone's really low. like, enjoy that fact. And I was like, what does that mean? So I just took it up on myself to go private, and then I saw a gynecologist, and she specialised in fertility, coincidentally, and we just had a chat, and she said, do you want to have ultrasounds, check your ovaries, we'll kind of cross things out. And we found out there was cysts on my ovaries, and it was polycystic ovaries. And then that was just like the time frame when she kind of said to me, like, you're actually at an amazing age if you did want to kind of like look into your fertility options, because it might take you, it might not take you a while. She was just being very open and honest with me. And then that's when we kind of just, in the next few months, started discussing if we wanted to try for a baby. And then we went on to medication. Well, I went on to medication to have periods and then try for Ocean. And the rest is history. Do you miss your old life pre-kids? No, not in any way. This is literally going to contradict. The only thing recently is I do feel like in my job, once you're a mum, this doesn't actually, I don't think this is forever, but obviously I'm actually pregnant at the minute with a toddler, but there are things that I'm like, oh, I feel like I've not been put in the running for that, whether it's a trip or like something to do with a brand. For example, there's loads of trips at the minute, and I'm like, oh, I kind of got FOMO, but I know it's brands that I work really closely with, and that's the only thing I feel like. Obviously I literally couldn't go, I probably wouldn't. This is the thing, I get FOMO, but I'd turn it down because I'm quite not antisocial, but I'm quite homebody. And obviously right now, like, I've even turned down one of my best friend's hen-dos, which is next week. So, but that's one of my things, is just like, oh, it was nice to be able to be like included in everything, because I do think brands are like, oh, she probably doesn't need the stress, she's got a baby on the way and a toddler. True, but also like you do get a little bit of FOMO. There's a lot of mums I know that are still included in them things, but their kids are a little bit older, so I know that that time will come back for me, hopefully. Put it into the universe. And just, no, honestly there's not, because there's things I could put in place. I was gonna say like just popping out, but it's my choice that I have Ocean with me as much as I do, and that I haven't really like maximised childcare yet. I don't feel like there's a rush at the minute, so I can't even complain about like, oh, I can't nip here, I can't pop there, I can't say yes to this last minute, because I always still try to do all of the above. Obviously she's just in tight with me, or I'm so grateful my nan literally lives over the road and she's such a great help. So there's a lot that I'm able to do with her, which I'm so blessed and grateful for. Are you moving house before the baby comes? Dun dun dun. You tell me. How long's a piece of string? It's the question I wish I knew the answer to. There's not much I can say. Honestly, you know, I don't want to jinx anything, but honestly, I do think about it daily. Like, the UK is so odd. Americans, I saw, can move in like a month. Why? Why can't we? Why does moving take like 8 to 10 years? It's just the housing market, property ladder, I don't know the right term, but the moving and the chains, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. I know it's been going on for years and years and years. Like, I keep saying to my nan, like, I don't understand how it works. She's like, it's like worked for years. Obviously there's a reason that they do it, but yeah, I get it, but also I just don't get it. There's got to be a quicker way. I feel like just Brits are so slow. Like, why do I send an email for something and hear back 5 days later? It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Okay, and the last one, which a bit like all these questions I can't really answer. How do you keep intimacy alive in a long-term relationship before/after kids? Okay, so before, God, I can't even remember before kids. It's a lot easier before kids, I'll say that. After kids, I feel like I can dive into a tiny bit more. It's hard, it is really hard. And I don't want to scare anyone if you're pregnant or if you're planning on having kids soon and you think, oh God, that throws a spanner in my works and that puts me off. It just is, it makes things harder. It makes, like, you're throwing so many more things into the mix. Obviously kids, you're tired, times, like passing ships. I feel like a lot of family dynamics are like you're passing ships in the night kind of thing, whether it's mums at home or dads at home being like the stay-at-home parent, and then when you switch off and you want to go to bed, the other parent's working, whatever. It's just, it's so hard to put your relationship first or just like prioritize it, but you really have to, and we are guilty of not always doing that. It's like keeping date nights. Literally my nan me and my nan had this conversation on the phone yesterday, because I said to her, I was like, remember I'm going to see Kevin Hart on Saturday night? She was like, oh my god, date nights went on the back burner, because I used to be that person that always used to be like, we're sticking to date night once every 2 weeks, and the people around me were like, okay, we'll see how that goes when you've got children. And it's hard, it is really hard, and it's something we shouldn't let slide, but life does get in the way. Like the next few weeks for us, literally now until the baby comes, we are so busy, it's disgusting. Cass is currently in Prague right now. He gets back tomorrow. We're going straight to London to see Kevin Hart, and then you'd think that would be a nice romantic date night. No, we will be shattered. I can't keep my eyes open past 9. A lot of the time Cass is getting in from work at 10 if he's not working a night shift, which he'll get in at 5 AM. I'm getting up with Ocean at 7. The math ain't mathing. It's so hard. I completely get how couples don't make it, but one thing I will say we are so good at is communicating, and we have like really difficult conversations, awkward ones, where I'm like, right, and a lot of the time I am the problem. I'd say obviously pregnancy at the minute, like I'm so tired, it's a joke. At the same time, there's going to be parts of your life where someone's 80% for a certain amount of time and someone's 20%, and then you've got to like balance each other out. So yeah, I don't know, it's hard, but you just need to remember that you're a team. There's a reason you're together. There's a reason that you've I don't have an answer, I'm going to be honest with you. It is really tough, and if you'd have told me before kids that like there is like a few months where we've not even had a couple of hours together, I would laugh and be like, no, I wouldn't let that happen. But it's life, it's literally life. So yeah, but I'd say just trying to have them date nights, making a little bit of a joke about it. Like we used to do this thing, we actually should start doing this again. I saw a podcast, it was on TikTok, and it was like, to keep your intimacy alive, you need to kiss for at least 6 seconds a day. So I had it in my head that I was literally like, we need to kiss for 6 seconds a day, and he was like, you're ridiculous. But we were doing it, and it kind of like it's like that makes you that giddy, and we would like laugh about it, and he was like, this is so ridiculous. But it obviously like a 6 second kiss can lead to more things, do you know what I mean? So we kept it up for a few months, and then we kind of let it slide. But that seems to be what happens in a relationship, to be honest. But there's no way I'm saying like we've got it amazing. There's so much we could work on. It's wild, and I know it's going to be so much harder with another baby, but part of the fun is I think trying to push through and just make the most. But if you have any tips as well, share them in the comments, because I'm sure a lot of people have this question, and there's been times where I've been like, oh my god, are we falling apart? Not necessarily like even arguing, like just not even having 5 minutes together, even though you sleep in bed together all night. That at the minute we've got 2 pregnancy pillows in the bed. The barrier is real. We literally might as well be in different beds. But I got a pregnancy pillow, and then I got another one, and Cass loves laying on it, and I have to have one behind my back so I don't roll. So we literally have barriers. So that's how that's going. Oh god, pray for me. Hope you're all well. How are we all, everyone? Everyone enjoying the sunshine? Hopefully when you're watching this, the sun's still amazing, because I'm looking out the window right now and it looks gorge. Is England weather getting better? Right, anyways, I'll catch you in my next one, and hopefully we'll get back on the... I told you, as soon as I miss a week vlogging, it all goes out the fucking window. So we're gonna get back on the vlogging. Love you guys.